intensification, but that we're expecting it to remain out over the ocean
Right.
for the entire, hopefully, life cycle of this storm. Now, that is the plan, at
Right.
least, and that's the current track. So we like that trend. We have seen a drop also in intensity tonight a couple of times now. So since early at 8 o'clock, we had it down to a Category 4. It's now down at the lower end. We have 140-mile-an-hour sustained winds. We're seeing that move a little bit slower, too. That slower forward motion also suggesting it's going through some intensification changes. So we're seeing a west-northwesterly flow now at about 14 miles an hour. So that's different than when it was on that westerly track for a few hours. So we're beginning to see some changes with this storm, but the good news is it's moving away from the Leeward Islands and also from Puerto Rico. It's still right now about 140 miles from San Juan at this hour. Now we're seeing the system as it was earlier, briefly a Category 5 status, but an impressive one. It all started earlier this morning as that system continued to spin in after 11 a.m. It jumped from a Category 4. It also was a Category 2 overnight, then became a 3 early morning and steadily up to a 5. So right now the winds, the rain still spinning out over parts of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, as well as the British Virgin Islands as we head back to the Leeward Islands. You can see, though, lots of that rain closer to the center is where we've got the winds and the worst of the weather. So fortunately, they're talking about some 3 to 4 inches of rain across parts of Puerto Rico. It could still be an impact for folks in the higher areas where we have mudslides there, but most areas are going to be okay from that storm. Category 4 status continues as it turns to the north and east. It's going to parallel the North Carolina coast. It looks like after it makes that turn, it's getting close to the Bahamas, but pulling away at the same time. The problem is that some of the forecasts suggesting that this is going to intensify in terms of size. So we expect it to spread out, and that could bring in a greater risk for higher wave heights for a larger area. We expect to see those wave heights start coming up too for folks in the Bahamas the next 24 hours. We've got wave heights in the 25 to 30 mile a foot wave range right now. As it moves closer to the coastline, the southeast coast, so we're talking about beaches from Miami as we go up north to Daytona Beach, we're going to be seeing some rip current risks that could impact folks, surfers, people getting in the ocean, and anyone who has maybe fishing trips planned too, and cruise lines. I know they've had to change a lot of those trip destinations, unfortunately, but watching that track, it is just a little bit farther west than it has been. And with that, one of our forecast models is suggesting that the storm could be even farther west than the current National Hurricane Center official track. So we are watching this very carefully. If it's any farther to the west, this could mean at least some outer rain bands impacting the Outer Banks. Right now, the Outer Banks do stand to see some of the worst waves and potentially some wind, and outskirts could see some of those showers. Now, they won't be the kind of hurricane force winds that we'll see at the center of the storm as it tracks as a Category 3 moving to the north and east. So coastal surf, high surf, and dangerous rip currents, those are the big things for us as we look ahead over the next 48 to really 72 hours. It would affect the Carolina coast between Tuesday and into Wednesday as it passes by. Our spaghetti plots, yes, everything looking good and in agreement to make that turn around Bermuda. So Bermuda looks to be spared too. Now the tropical storm wind probabilities, better opportunities for folks here, and they're in that 20% range even. So the good news is it's so far away. By us, it'll be about 300 to 400 miles away from the North Carolina coastline. So that puts a lot of distance between at least the winds and the worst rain. Doesn't necessarily have huge impacts for the wave heights. Those wave heights are going to push some of that water. And you can see it here as we're looking ahead. Florida to the northeast beaches will be impacted, and we do have some high rip current risks, not to mention impacts for mariners too.